Greetings and welcome to your oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. This is a collective reading and it is timeless, so whenever you come across this video, however you come across it, it's the right time for you to be getting this message. And we've been going through our mega deck, and if you have been here more than once in the past few weeks, you can look at the description down below if you're looking for information on how the mega deck was built and what all went into it. But we are working with Stephen Farmer's Earth Magic Oracle deck today, and today's card is Ceremony, representing Invocation. So before we look in the book, and I have not looked in the book to find out what the reading says in the book, we will go through that, you and I together, for the first time in just a few minutes. But what I always want to do before we go into the book is get all of the messages, all of the energy, all of the information available to us from the image on the card itself. So we have here, obviously, with the words ceremony and invocation, we're talking about very special events, special occasions. The first thing I thought of was holidays, not necessarily spellcasting, but just holidays. I see she's working with a crystal grid here. I see that, and we work a lot with our crystal grids. She's got a little snake over here to the left of her, a votive candle off to the right. It it looks a bit very much like a workroom, some kind of magical working room. She's getting this download straight into her brain, into her head from divine realms. I see the moon in there. I see faces like masks, maybe masks coming off. So there's a whole bunch of images in this image. There's a whole bunch of parts of it that are, there's a basket of knitting and mending, as well as a drum for a drumming circle with a chair right next to it. So beautiful, beautiful images, all sorts of things. This is obviously a special workroom, a special place where this person comes to do special things. So the second thing, besides the holidays, to just remember we do have the holiday season coming up, even though these are timeless readings. When the upload is going for this video, we're coming into just starting our end of the year holiday season, our winter celebrations here. And those are ceremonies as well. And those can be rituals of invocation, of love, of rejoining, of reconnecting with our tribe, literally our family, our friends, those people that we choose to share those special moments with. Those are ceremonies as well, and our invocations. Before we sit down to eat our food, a lot of times people will pray or say a blessing over the food, or go around the table and say something they're grateful for. We always put some kind of ceremony, their ceremonies, into making meals, and recipes are very much like spells, aren't they? And we do a lot of cooking in the kitchen. We do a lot of spell casting in that type of environment as well. And just keep in mind, regardless of your opinion on spells and witches and Wiccan and pagan stuff, all of that kind of thing, before you get all knotted up in that, just keep in mind you're casting spells all the time. Whether you know it or not, your words are magic. That's why they call it spelling. We are sending out vibrations into the quantum field, into our reality with what we say, as well as with what we think and how we feel and what we do, our actions. So all four of those create our reality in combination, just like the four elements create reality as well. So ceremonies in holidays, ceremonies in normal daily events. And I've talked to you about this before, if you've been here more than once on this channel, about how to bring ritual, how to bring magic, how to bring that ceremony, that sense of specialness, of wonder, of awe into your life on a moment-to-moment basis. Wouldn't it be amazing to just live in that place where You're just expecting the next miracle. You're expecting the next magic. You're expecting the next miracle of abundance, of success in whatever you're doing, in whatever aspect you're doing. So we are invited, we are encouraged to bring ceremony into our daily experience. You can make it a ritual of washing the dishes or washing your laundry, making your bed, brushing your teeth, taking a shower, driving your car, your daily tasks at work. They are all ceremony in their own way. There are all little bits and pieces. There's a process you follow for brushing your teeth. You pick up your toothbrush, you pick up the toothpaste, There's certain things that have to be done in a certain order for things to happen. That's a ceremony. And invocation is simply bringing in from intention that which we wish to manifest into reality. We invoke is a way that we speak. We invoke with our intent. We say certain words to create certain results. And invoking love in our lives, invoking joy, invoking peace is something that we are all invited and encouraged to do in our lives from moment to moment. Having that practice of mindfulness helps a lot. I mentioned in a previous reading about doing tasks with the non-dominant hand, your non-dominant hand. So instead of like brushing your teeth with your right hand, if you're right-handed, try doing it with your left hand. Try pouring your coffee or your tea, your beverage with your left hand if you're right-handed. You'll have to pay more attention to what you're doing. It's not a habit. So in doing that, where you're paying more attention to it, you're being mindful of it. See how that works? So you can use that for anything. When you are typing, try typing the right side of the keyboard with your left hand. Ooh, that's a fun little practice there. And what it's also doing is helping you exercise your brain, keeping it alert, keeping it strong, keeping it ready for the next task, ready for the next adventure. So that's the stuff that I'm getting from the card directly. Feel free to leave your comments if you have other things that you noticed in particular, things that caught your attention with the image, or anything that I said in this part of the reading. But let's take a look in the book and find out what it says for us for our card ceremony, representing invocation. It is in a sacred ceremony that we have one of the greatest opportunities to experience communion with Source, one where the perceived dualities of both heaven and earth merge into an experience of the divine. Through the use of sacred spaces and sacred pieces that have become imbued with spiritual significance, we bring forth ceremony, catalyzed by clear intention and preparation. Sacred ceremony is prayer in action. In this image, a woman kneels before an altar where a number of crystals are placed, light emanating from her hands. We see incense burning, snake spirit rests nearby, and various ethereal beings appear in a wispy shroud of light around her head. All the while, the tapestry upon which she sits appears to be on fire, symbolizing the fiery passion brought on by the intense focus of spirit that has been invoked for this ceremony. Calling spirit forth in this way facilitates a direct and heartfelt sense of relatedness to Source. You get reconnected to the source of connection. Whether through indifference, depression, life crisis, or any other manifestation of mental, emotional, or physical blockages, you have drifted from intimacy with Spirit, for which you yearn. It is important to do what you can to regain an experience of spiritual power that is contained within you and all around you. Do so by conducting a ceremony, one that involves not only spirit, but also material objects that you consider sacred. Set up an altar in a convenient area that is apart from your usual living space. Start with representatives of the 4 major elements, earth, air, fire, and water, and then add just a few sacred objects. Set your intention for the ceremony, such as whether the purpose is for healing, celebration, or honoring a particular earth season or cycle. Then do an invocation to call upon your spirit guides. Breathe in their presence and ask these divine beings to guide you throughout this process. Trust their guidance. Feel your heartbeat and keep breathing. Breath is the key to the actual experience of spirit, and creating a ceremony is the vehicle that supports this. I love that. That's beautiful. So by all means, do take the time, if you have it, to have a small little ceremony. It doesn't have to be very doesn't have to be elaborate or anything like that. You can simply just see a space of sacredness within your mind. You can see crystals set at the corners, at the cardinal points, and you can see a circle that you bring your attention into. And from this space of sacred silence, of sacred wonder, of magic, you can get the answers that you're looking for. You can get the information that you're seeking. You can get the confirmation and affirmation of what you are in the middle of doing. Whatever it is that you are looking for, whatever you are seeking, is already within you. It's already available. It's always been available. It always will be. So it's not a time-limited offer. You don't have any limits on when you can do this, how often you can do this, how long you can do this. Do what's right for you. Do what you know feels right, what fits you. Don't try to fit something else into what doesn't actually work for you. So if magic and that kind of stuff isn't necessarily your thing, spend some time in prayer and contemplation this morning before you start off your day right now. Just having that moment of quiet space. How often do we get that moment of quiet space after we've started the day? So take this opportunity to bring in ceremony to your life now, to invoke that intention of actually creating what you want to create, actually manifesting what you want to manifest, and being mindful of what you are doing, what you are feeling and thinking and saying. Okay? So that's our message for the day. It's a little bit shorter than usual, but I don't think you guys are going to mind that. You have an amazing day. You are so loved. You are so awesome. You are so amazing. You are beautiful and powerful. I am in awe of your majesty and magic. So don't feel shy today. Bring ceremony into your world from moment to moment. Bring in that experience of wonder and magic. I love you. Have the most amazing, fantastic day. Namaste and ciao for now.